morning,
Hi
ma'am.
Ram, how are you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Everything is
Okay,
going fine. Everything is going smooth.
fine. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. And finally, our stars get aligned. So we are sitting in
Yeah.
front of us,
Yeah,
right?
we've been actually pinging for a long time. We couldn't have this conversation. Really sorry about that because I
Oh,
was not available for some time because I got this fever for the last 1.5 months. So I couldn't make a
oh,
session with anyone. So whenever I'm available, I ping random people. If they are available, I make a session. So that's how it was.
yes, I can completely understand. I'm also slightly feverish. I was
Okay.
not in that frame of mind for having any conversation, but when I got your message, so I did not want to skip this anymore. So I decided to give it a shot. That's why
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sitting here.
Okay, looks like everybody is getting fever back to back here. I
Hmm.
mean, looks like some kind of virus has been spreading everywhere. Did you go and check
I
the
believe,
doctor? Is it like a viral fever or it's like a normal cold?
uh, you know what, Ram, you are talking to a homemaker, and we hardly step out if we are not feeling well, right? So we
Yeah.
believe in that homemade totkas. So that's what I'm going to do. Second thing, you know what? It's actually it's because of this weather fluctuation. Because
Mm.
weather is volatile. Sometimes you feel hot. Sometimes it is just becoming cooler. So that's why I think we are not able to match the weather fluctuations, right? So
Right,
that's
right.
why I'm slightly feverish, not a big deal. I'll be take some kada and then I'll be okay.
Okay, okay. Actually, I recently got the news. When I was having this fever, I was just doing research, how to take care of this fever and everything. I came to know that there is another virus that has been spreading from China
Yes.
everywhere. And I was so scared of that. So I went to the doctor and I checked my blood. They done my blood test and everything. And they said it's a normal flu. It's like a normal viral flu. Then I was all right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We need to take all the precautions because you never know,
Right, right.
right? What you have to face at the very next moment. But yes, I can feel, or I can, because maybe I'm experienced enough. If you go to your mother, she will be able to cure you fast, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So mummies have that superpower. So we can get that idea whether it is a viral or not. Yes, but when it comes to our children, we become overprotective and over conscious. So then we don't take chance.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sorry, actually, so far we haven't got the time to introduce ourselves. Let me introduce myself. Yeah. Yeah,
yes.
my name is Ramachandran. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm working in the software industry. Well, I'm working from home. At the same time, I've been learning this language for around 4 years. I'm a passionate English learner, I can say. So far, everything is going good. I also run this YouTube channel where I post English related content.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, Ram. That's wonderful to know. And this is Neha Rana. I am a homemaker. I am a proud homemaker, I would say. And if I talk about my profession, so I am established as an online English instructor, having
Mm.
dedicated past 5 years in online instructions. My expertise lies in teaching English grammar and in assisting or helping my learners to understand the basic concepts or the intricacies of this language. Because what I believe. Being a middle class woman and I also belong to a rural setting, so I know our struggles, right? Not everyone has that potential, or not everyone gets that platform where
Yeah.
he or she can work on their communication skills. So that's why I'm just taking this initiative to help those people who want to learn this language, but because of some reasons they won't. So this is how my life is going on these days.
Wow, that's nice. Actually, I think in this age, in 2025, we have a lot of facilities. It's easy to learn any
Yes.
language, and especially English, because we have a lot of
Hmm.
resources. We can just learn this language by sitting at our house. I can say, I mean, comparing to 20 years back, we did not have this
Hmm.
facility because when I spoke with my teachers recently, most of them they said, we did not have the facility what you people have. We did not have
Yes.
internet at that time, so we also wanted to learn English. We couldn't do it. Actually, we miss the technology and everything
Yes.
what we have today.
True that,
Yeah.
Ram, because I often tell this thing to my learners. When I did my master's, I guess in 2005, right? So we were not blessed to have all these gadgets, or though there was internet, but we were not familiar with these things, and it was harder to crack, to find some content related with our stuff. And when I did my master's, I was in that. In that confusion, or I had a dream that once I would be completing my masters, I would be flaunting myself confidently in English, but it didn't happen because all we need that exposure,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But yes, I was stubborn enough to chase my dreams. So after getting married, after becoming a mother, I never gave up. I kept doing, kept practicing, or I kept working or polishing my skills. So now I can say that yes, I can uh, flaunt myself confidently. I am
Mhm.
comfortable with this language. That's what my motive is. I
Yeah.
always wanted to be comfortable with this language, and I am now comfortable while having a conversation. So, yes, in this, if we talk about today's era, it's all about technology. But as everything comes with its pros and cons, right? If we talk about social media, I consider it a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
right? We never know how and when we start killing our time in that while watching people's reels or shorts. So because you are young, you are working in IT sector, and you have that work from home, that
Yeah.
scenario, right?
Yeah.
So how do you prevent yourself getting indulging or stopping yourself wasting your time watching other people's reels or stuff?
Actually speaking, I'm completely the opposite of what you said. Actually, I'm doing that. I'm spending
Okay.
around 2 hours every day, watching reels, just
Mm.
scrolling my Instagram and the YouTube shorts and all those stuffs. I find it some kind of relaxing me because after I finish my work at 9 o'clock, before I sleep, I have to scroll down my cell phone for at least 1 hour. Only then I'll get sleep. Otherwise, I don't get sleep. So I don't know. I mean, of course, it's a very big distraction, but as long as we
Hmm.
are doing our things on a daily basis consistently, it's not a very
Yes.
really big distraction. Well, if you have free time, you can actually scroll your cell phone and find some reels and get some relaxation. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe it
yes.
differs from person to person, I can say.
Right. It's all about that saying that too much of anything is bad. So if you watch reels, of course, I also watch reels. It's not that I don't watch any stuff on YouTube or Instagram. I also watch reels, but I know how and where to stop. That's it.
Right.
I know my
Right.
restrictions, right? So yes, you should have that sense of realization. Okay, now
Yeah.
I am losing the track of time. So let's get back to the main stuff.
Understand, ma'am. Okay, I want to know about your English journey. Like, how did you? I mean, I know that you've done masters in English, but how did you improve your fluency? You're talking smoothly, in a very fluent way. How did you do that?
It's all about that consistent practice. I was always good at communicating, and I want to mention it again, though it may sound little cliche because I have repeated this statement in so many of my videos. But you know
Okay.
what? When it comes to converse with people, I don't believe it is always about English language.
Hmm.
No matter what language are you using, you need to be expressive enough, you need to be presentable, right? So many people come to me, ma'am, how to speak this language, how to be a good public speaker. So I ask them a question: are you able to present yourself in your native language? Is that so? If you are comfortable presenting yourself in your first language, then the journey is easy for you, it will become little easier, right? But yes, if you ask about how I work on my skills, it is a long journey. As
Hmm.
I just mentioned, I was always good at communicating. But yes, English needs that practice, it needs that environment. So I created that environment for myself. I am in
Okay.
habit of practicing at home. I talk to myself. I used mirror technique. I used shadowing technique. I am a big fan of Priyanka Chopra when it comes to speaking skills. I
Okay.
love the way she presents herself, right? So initially, what I would do, I would write whatever she used to say. I would write. I would
Okay.
make notes. I would cram that, all the lines. I would cram, and then I
Cram
would
means
practice.
memorize it.
Uh, हाँ, तोते
Okay.
की जैसे रट लेना, right?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
रट्टू तोता है ना? Do you understand Hindi?
No, I don't.
Little
I
bit.
don't.
No.
No, no.
Okay. Crammer means a person who just mug up all the things
Okay.
without understanding the concept. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, usually we tell our kids not to be a crammer, but yes, sometimes we need to be a crammer. So I used to cram all
Okay.
the lines, and then I would practice in front of my mirror.
Okay. So you
That's
try to
how
speak
I
like
started.
her in the same way how she pronounces words.
Yes, yes.
Got it.
I try to imitate her. I try
Immediate.
to present myself the way she used to present, right? So yes, this is what I tell my learners. If you follow someone, if you like the way that person is presenting, you can imitate that person, right? But it
Yeah.
is going to take time, and sometimes you are going to feel these things very boring,
Yeah. I
right?
mean, we cannot do
Mm.
this. For me, actually, learning English is actually a very
Mm.
boring task. I
Yes,
really
it is.
hate every day doing that. Sometimes I stop learning English for at least a week. And if I stop learning English, that's all. I'll start forgetting English. I'll be like, I have
I
the guilty, oh my God, I have to learn it back. So I start learning. So it's a very boring task for me. So I'm really not very much interested in learning English, I can say. The only reason I'm
it
learning is
is.
because I just wanted to be consistent so that I can maintain the same pace, whatever fluency I have now.
I am on board with whatever you said, Ram, because you know what? I took a long break from my YouTube and
Mhm.
from my sessions. Can't say practice, but yes, from my sessions, because literally it becomes a monotonous thing when you do the same things again and again, right? But yes, we all need that token of motivation. I I am an avid enthusiast of this language, and I think this passion makes me keep going. That's what
Right.
I feel because it's not easy to keep on practicing, and it is not our first language. It's not easy to express yourself every time in English. Sometimes
Okay.
we feel like we are playing an act. We are not expressing it. We are just acting, right? And it's not easy for me to have an interaction with my husband or with my son.
Yeah.
It looks artificial. It sounds very superficial, right? But the thing is, if you want to do something, you find a way
Right, right.
to
There
do
is
that
always
thing,
another
right?
way
Hmm.
around. You find your own way to do
Yes,
it. Okay, I have one
right,
more
right.
question. Okay,
Mhm.
so for a beginner, is it important to learn grammar first, or how can they start? I mean, can they start without learning grammar?
Of course, they can start without learning grammar if they are learning this language in a very natural environment, right? And if you come with that preconceived notion that, oh my God, how would I learn grammar? Grammar will trouble me. How would I understand tenses? Then you are going to put yourself in pickle. That's it. Okay. So don't just burden yourself while learning a. See, whenever we learn anything, we are full of ambiguities. There are so many questions.
Mhm.
Okay, so cut yourself some slack, be lenient with yourself, and believe in yourself. You need to have a strong mindset while achieving anything in life. And yes, we can skip certain topics of grammar, but not the whole grammar. We need to learn because it's a foreign language. We are not,
Mhm.
if we don't learn this language as we learn Hindi or our native language, then we need to stick to certain grammatical topics.
So,
Let's say, huh,
yeah, what are all the important
huh.
grammar topics? Yeah, that's what I was
Yes,
asking. Yeah.
yes. So subject verb agreement,
Hmm.
right? And then a little bit about tenses
Yeah.
and prepositions. Initially, these three topics are more than enough. Don't get into conjunctions or don't get into conditional sentences or the complex sentence structure, right? So because if you want to tell what you did yesterday, you should have that knowledge of basic tenses,
Correct. Correct.
right? And
Yeah.
subject verb agreement. If you want to it's all about, if you're using singular subject, you need to stick to the singular verb. So these are the
Right.
basic sentence structure, rules of basic sentence structure, and little bit about prepositions, on, in, at, right?
Right.
So yes, But I believe don't get directly into grammatical concepts. Try to learn in a very practical way. Try to use those grammatical concepts in your everyday life conversation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's all about your smartness also. And if you have a good trainer or good tutor who's going to teach you in that way that you don't feel it a burden, then I think the journey is going to be easier for
Yeah.
you.
Okay, that is what my next question is about. So, I mean, do I have to join a coaching center, or I can learn English by myself with the available technology?
Okay, see it again. It depends on your level. If I tell you about myself, I never go for any classes, never
Okay.
ever, right? So I can't tell you a specific answer because it varies person to person.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Okay.
you don't know the ABC of this language, you need an expert's guide, definitely.
Okay.
But you can use this technology as a perk.
Mm-hmm.
That's your call. Okay, so don't just rely on one source only. Try to use the available material you have in a very
Mm.
constructive way, and don't confuse your brain by consuming so much of content that is available on social media. So again, you need to be a smart learner also.
Okay. Do you listen to any English podcast or watching English movies? So, what do you do for listening practice?
For listening practice, I in my initial days I won't go for podcast, or because I don't get time. I tell
Okay.
you honestly, I don't get for listening practice. But yes, as I mentioned that I was good enough when it comes to English or English
Okay.
grammar. So yes, but yes, these days because I am myself a content creator, and I am working these days. I am working on my phrasal verbs and business
Mhm.
vocabulary. So I try to listen to certain content which is related with this field. So yes, now I try to listen. I try to spare some time.
Okay. That's great,
Mm.
ma'am. You have given a good learning. A lot of people will be. It's very useful for a lot of people, I can say. Do you have any questions for me?
One strong message to all the
Yeah.
learners who want to learn this language. That's it.
Oh, from me. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
From me, actually, what can I say? Well, it's all about consistency when it comes to learning language. You cannot just learn it in just 1 month or maybe 2, 3 months. It will take at least 6 months to get to a level that you can actually speak in English. And for some people, they speak very good English, still they are not able to pronounce words. They've been speaking English for years, but
Hmm.
still they are not able to pronounce words properly. So it's a very difficult thing. It's a long process. So I say every day spending around 1.5 hours or 1 hour consistently, for within just 1 year you'll be able to speak very good English. So that's the message that I can say to all the viewers.
Wonderful. Yes, it's all about consistency. That's
Yeah.
it. I also agree. So thank you, Ram, for sparing
Thank you,
some
ma'am.
time and for having this conversation. Hope to
Yep.
see you again very soon.
Sure, definitely. We'll try discussing about different topics next time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure,
Have a
sure.
great
Take
day.
care and have a
Yep.
good day.